Very confirmed in the flat work and a lot of fun to ride. And the last thing David said before I went out of the practice arena, he says, he's going great. You don't try so hard, just enjoy it. He really looks great. And so I thought about that going down center line. As hard as it is to enjoy that moment, it was a moment where I was actually feeling the fruition of many years of work. He doesn't get affected by atmosphere at all, not really at all, and he's always been that way. He's a tough horse to break because he's affected by other things. Like the first time a rider got on him, he bucked everybody off, and he gets scared of things around him. But as far as atmosphere, he doesn't care.
I was pleased. I mean, there's always, these are three pretty experienced horses, but, they haven't run for a bit, and so to come to a place here, which there is a bit of atmosphere, I was pleased. My guy, he can get a bit wound up, and so I think it was a good stepping stone for him. There's always a lot to improve on, but I really feel that it's getting better, and I'm getting better, and had some, very good help from obviously Mark Phillips, and also lately Oded Shimoni, and so I think it's made a lot of difference to my understanding of what to do.
My horse has been very fresh, actually. He's loved the weather here. He was a little bit wound up today watching the cross country, so it was a little bit of a challenge, thanks to Phillip helping me through the warm-up to get him through it. But he went in the ring and went to work, and he's matured so much even since Kentucky that watching the video, it's a totally different horse. So I was really pleased.
The hold-on course, so that kind of changed things up for me, but gave me a great ride, and he's not a horse that would be too bothered, as I found out, by the hold. The holding spot was in a very good place on the course because it had 3 fences to get back into the course, and so I just went as fast as I could. I watched Phillip do his round first thing in the morning and kind of saw where he was at minute markers. I knew he was going to be inside the time, or I had a pretty good guess that he was going to try. But that was all thrown out the window because I really, having had the stop, and then, I wasn't really sure where I was, so I just went as fast as I could at the end. It's one of those things where the first thing that goes through your mind is like, okay, well, what happened? Who is it? And is the horse okay? And is the rider okay? And so I was concerned about that, so I got word back through the officials pretty quickly. That the horse was totally fine, and that Max, they were taking every precaution because it looked like she had some broken bones, but she was moving her toes, because you always worry about that, and that she didn't hit her head. And then once I had that kind of relief, then as the minutes kept going on, you're kind of thinking about, okay, how am I going to get this thing all going again? Because it's gone too long for the horse to just pick up and go jump a jump. And the ground jury came up to me and said, you can do a practice jump to get back into the course. And so we decided how that was going to go, and we decided, you know, where I was going to start, where they started the watch, where they finished the, you know, started taking the time to make sure that it was accurate in my head as well. Not just that it was accurate for them, but it was accurate for me with them. That I knew exactly where they were starting the clock, because I was pretty close to the time when I got pulled up, and then I wanted to make sure, you know, that I would give it everything I had to sort of make that time.
I thought it was a good day. It rode well, and footing was good, and it was a little bit new to me coming down a mountain like that, and I didn't like the idea of at the end of the course, you know, maybe straining your horse a little bit more going down there, and I thought it was not that much slower to go. I do think it's probably a little, I watched a few after TruLuck went, and he did it quite quickly, but I think it was a little bit slower to go that way. But I thought it was a little bit easier on the course.
The biggest difference was at the end of the course with the mounds, because in previous years we've had to go across them as well, like go up, jump something on the top, down, jump something on the top and down, and I think this is the first year. Yeah, thank God I was on Hank. But you know, it's the first year that really, I don't think it wasted that much time to just whip around, and then actually set you up for the corner.
For me, today went great. I rode him a bit this morning after the trot up, and it's the first time I've done that, where I would ride him early in the morning after the trot up and see what you've got. I made that mistake at Kentucky, and it didn't help me there. So I had made that change. Phillip does it a lot, and Buck was doing it, and they've had good results. So riding them twice on the show jumping day seems to help them a lot. Gave me a great ride. He threw a shoe at the 7th, and it was actually that shoe that knocked the rail down. So I'd never done that before. I didn't know it until I came out. When I got on the mats for them to weigh the boots, we were like, wow, he's missing a shoe.
Mandiba and Adequan to win the
Well, quite frank, I'm pretty disappointed with today. But you know, on the flip side of it, it shows me what I have to work on. I have to say I've put a lot of effort into TruLuck's dressage lately, but not too much into his show jumping, and I think that might have been a fault. And you know, I'm very determined to get him jumping well by the time I bring him out next time.
My horse was great. You know, I sort of had to work my way up, and it was a bit disappointing on Friday. He got a little bit nervous when he hasn't gotten that way in the past. Went very, very well yesterday, and was spectacular today. He's a fantastic show jumper. So best thing is we came out here to have a good hard work, and we're going home with a sound horse, and I'm excited about that.
I would like to thank all of you guys that packed up and made the trip over. I'd like to thank you in helping me make one of my mom's dreams come true.